Oilers must win.
Yep.
Okay, I teased you with this story, and it's interesting because I can kind of see both sides of this. I do believe human beings are social.
Yes.
And it's an important thing that we try to deny ourselves, because sometimes you will also find yourself feeling like, if I go out, then I get caught up in all this stuff. Like things
right.
that, whatever it might be,
yes.
whether it's the holidays or just a regular
Come up with reasons
picnic.
to not to.
And then you find yourself going, oh, it's going to be parking and this and that.
It's not worth the hassle.
A comprehensive new study of nearly 400,000 older folks receiving care in their homes has found that lonely older adults had an 18 to 23% lower risk of dying within a year compared to non-lonely seniors.
I'm so lonely.
But I'm still alive.
Have you ever had those times, this is off the study now, but there's days where, and I had one not that long ago where I got someone's name wrong, and then I did another thing and I was just driving home dejected, like, you know what I want to do? Hide in my room and not see people. I'm ashamed of myself.
Oh.
What a bad showing today.
Oh.
Bad job today, Vin. Go home. Be alone for a while. Just be done with it. Like stuff on the road and you ever feel like that where you're just like, it's too much bad interaction for one day. I just need to go home and be alone.
I definitely get down on myself sometimes, but I don't necessarily think to myself, I'm going to go home and be alone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, no, because you're like,
John
I'm home and
John will make me feel better.
Right.
I usually just tell John all my problems and he'll tell me all his and we talk it out. And then we're like, want to go have a soda out back? All right, great. Yeah, but I feel you. I beat myself up. And sometimes on the show, I'm like, oh, that stupid thing I said.
You just get worn from it.
Yeah.
That feeling of just like
Right.
Anyway,
like non-positive interactions. They take it out
like
of you.
It's best for me to just be alone for a minute so that I can't have another thing pile on top of that.
I'll definitely be grinding on these and not even remember them a month from now.
The study was conducted in Canada, Finland, and New Zealand, and all the participants had nurses visiting their homes to help them with daily activities like bathing, dressing, managing medication.
So they do have some interaction, but it's sort of transactional.
And they've got some kind of money. Well, Canada, Finland, New Zealand, is any of that just state run?
I don't know.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
They provide a person to come to your house?
Maybe.
They provide all health care in those places, yeah.
Dang.
All three of those places?
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to have health care provided.
It would be nice to know that that's the one. Like you
could
don't
call
have
and get
to.
the right doctor. And they do say there's drawbacks, though.
What are they?
Just like accessibility to deeper care. Like if you have a mystery illness or something complicated or expensive things like cancer and scans and stuff.
Then they don't.
I don't know. I think that you can get them, but I know a Canadian lady she's like, it ain't all what it's cracked up to be. Because it sounds great. Sounds, it's free. But she was like, there's issues with it. Like there are with any big system.
Okay.
Like that.
Loneliness was common for the people in that situation, the elderly that needed help with some kind of care, even bathing, which,
Which you think those are people who are, if you need in-home care, like that you're edging out. And to hear that you have a greater chance of surviving for another year.
Edging out.
I don't know how to say it. Circling the drain. I have no idea. Like you've got in-home care. You would think that that's a person who's nearing the end.
Loneliness was common for the people in this situation, with between 16 and 24% reporting feeling lonely, which I can completely understand.
Yep.
Scientists tracked them for 1 year to see who died and when, and while controlling for dozens of mortality factors, including age, gender, health conditions like cancer, heart failure, all the stuff.
Yeah. But go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, I believe you've reported like how important social interactions are later in life.
I think that
maybe that's a well-being thing.
I think it's more important than here's a counterpoint.
Right.
It seems to be not the most dangerous thing, the lack of,
right,
socializing, but I do think, absolutely, it's way more important than anyone wants to give it credit. Most people want to say, I got me.
I think about this all the
I
time.
don't need that. I'm not a.
Because you're alone so much?
Yeah, I think about like, God, when I get old, I don't have kids. I'm gonna just be some old man in a house. Like, is that gonna be me? Like, I think about it all. I like probably think about it too much.
You think about that a lot, really?
Yeah. Because you're married for 20 years. You're kind of like planning on having somebody with you, and then like now it's like, okay, I got nobody. Like even when I had my hip, I had a friend come pick me up at the hospital. It's just all these little things you take for granted when you have a partner, and when you don't, it's like, oh crap, and no kids. Like who's going to want to take care of 70-year-old me or 80-year-old me or 90-year-old me?
Well, Bob
nobody.
seems to have her hand up.
Yeah. Bob is going to do it. Yeah, you got Bob.
Maddie.
She's young enough to
I'll
be
pay
your
someone
kid.
to take care of you.
You know what's funny?
Ooh.
I've never thought about that. And when we were talking about having kids, Christina and I, one of the things she was like, well, it'd be nice to have someone to take care of us when we're older. And I was like, that is not a reason to have kids.
No
way.
It is a factor in that, not necessarily that they're going to come and give up their life and take care of you, but to have someone to advocate for you in old age and to help you get to the things that you need to do. Like that's, if you wind up with that, it's not a promise that if you have kids, they're going to take care of you in your old age, but treat them right, have a good relationship, and
I
maybe
understand,
they will.
and I know what she was getting at. I'm just saying it hadn't occurred to me that way. And as we were talking about having kids, I was like, that is not the reason. Like, just roll me into a hole and call it good. I don't need.
I'm not basing my decision to have children on that.
There's a lot of work, and just for them to roll me in a hole, like that isn't.
Jesus.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. I know exactly what you mean.
Researchers say there's a chance that social seniors with deteriorating health may be less likely to report feeling lonely because they're too ill to recognize or articulate their social needs. Well, that's not exactly a good finding.
No.
And not everyone faces immediate health risks due to loneliness. There could be a quality of life aspect. Yeah, that's what I think it is. Right. Socially isolated is not good.
No.
And you will say things that's one of the things I think. You need someone to go, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? Like,
well, I don't know, drinking this entire bottle of bourbon?
or whatever. Like, you don't eat butter or whatever dumb thing you're doing.
In the house. Can someone go get me some cat food?
Dumb thing it's come to. Like, you want someone around to call you out on that stuff where you're like,
yeah.
Well, this makes sense. No, it does not.
No.
You've been alone too much.
Mm-hmm. No more sticks of butter for you. I'm going to make you a little sandwich.
We do not poop in the shower. That is not a thing that happens.
Oh, my God.
Or whatever people do.
What is happening? That does seem like a bad choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you hope that
there's worse places, but that's not an ideal one.
Right. I don't know what happened with that story.
I don't either.
It went really south for me.
Picturing Fraser's dad sitting in his lazy boy.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Huh. I haven't thought of that guy in a long time.
Yeah.
Sarah and Vinny on Alice.
Have a very nice day at work.